When I heard they were gonna make a prequel to The Big Bang Theory, I thought that was kind of silly. And even the title Young Sheldon sounded like it lacked creativity to me. Then I started watching it and oh my god, was I wrong. It is definitely one of the best family setting type shows I've ever watched. Kind of like Malcolm in the Middle, if you will. Meaning a family going through life while having issues and different adventures. As much as I do love Sheldon's character, I actually fell in love with some of the other characters even more. For instance, his siblings. As we know, he has a twin sister, and she is just the perfect contrast of everything he is and what he stands for. His sister, Missy, has this girl next door vibe and has a complicated relationship with Sheldon that makes the show that much more interesting because they love each other, but they fight and disagree so much, not just because they're siblings, but because we know Sheldon being a genius and having so many quirks makes things even more complex. His brother Georgie is also a great addition to the dynamic because he is the exact opposite of Sheldon. He doesn't like going to school, he eventually even quits and spends his time just working. He is constantly disagreeing with his parents and eventually he gets a girlfriend, Mandy. I was so happy to see that she is played by Emily Osment, who I loved on Hannah Montana. One of the most fun things for me about this show is how religious Sheldon's mom, Mary, is. Because as we know, Sheldon only believes in science, so their conversations are very interesting because they constantly clash about what they believe in, and sometimes Sheldon can be so assertive he is borderline disrespectful. She is not the exception though. One of the most edgy things about this show is how Sheldon is constantly defying all authority figures with crushing logic. I think everyone, his dad, his grandma, Mima, they're all so great. I like how much they support Sheldon and all he wants to do, and also how they are called out on that sometimes because they act like he is so much more important than his siblings, and this obviously creates some drama. I think it is a very wholesome show. It got 7 seasons. That tells you how good it is. Definitely a must watch.